Kind of egg radio, kind of egg radio, kind of egg radio, kind of egg radio, kind of egg radio.
Welcome to the Kind of Egg Radio podcast here on Spotify, our home. For all things podcast. My name is Andrew.
I'm Rob.
And we are bringing you a very special guest to us. He is a
very special guest to us. I agree.
He just started as the second guitar player for the Pine Tree Janitorial Service. He is a good friend of mine. He is going on his ninth year with Lights Pierce Shadows.
I started Lights Pierce Shadows in 2008.
Oh, okay.
That's longer than 9 years by my math.
Yeah.
I'm a little
numbers.
fuzzy, but it's
closer
more.
to 20 years of Lights Pierce Shadows.
3 years short of your 20 year.
Your queso, my cheese sauce, Mr. William Nobel of Lights Pierce Shadows. Welcome to the Kind of Egg Radio podcast. How are you?
Welcome.
I'm doing great, and definitely thanks for having me.
Does your camera sit on you? Does it see you?
It sees me, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. To start off this here interview, I think it's appropriate. We're calling you queso, which is a delicious cheese dipping sauce, but it's also what we call you. I think that story is warranted so that the viewers know what the hell we're talking about. Why?
I'm going to drop the guitar for this one, man. So, I transferred schools when I was in high school, and for a while people calling me Chili Bowl. The reason they were calling me Chili Bowl, my grandmother gave me a really generic haircut.
Did she actually put a bowl on your head?
Yes. True stories. Can't make this up.
Woo!
But I went to school in Caddo versus Commerce, and people were calling me Chili Bowl. One of my friends one day, she was like, I'm going to start calling you Cheese. And one of my other friends was like, we're in Spanish. It's got to be queso. And you think it would end there, but no, it didn't. Some dude across the room heard it, stood up in his desk, spread Jesus, and said, queso. And that's how I got my name.
And it just stuck.
It's divine.
Because cheese is sticky.
Clearly, it's divine. Divinity.
Did everybody in school call you queso thereafter?
Yes.
Wow.
All right. And here you are. Fucking years and years later.
Yeah.
Everyone
long time ago.
My joke when I first met you and heard your name there was you need to pair up with like a drummer named Chips, and you just go on the road, Chips and queso.
Chips and dip, baby.
and the marquee would say tonight, Chips and queso, and people would be going, I'm a little hungry. That sounds good. Let's go in there.
See, now I'd have to start a separate band that followed your band called the Hot Tamales, and so people could see Chips and queso.
It's just a menu. Our band names are just menus.
Our favorite menu items.
People won't be mad if we also have the menu item, right? So they're going, oh, queso, he's a musician. I don't want to stay in. No. We also have dip. Stay for the dip. Listen to queso.
We literally have both.
Everybody can actually catch Rob's new, acoustic lounge act, the French press.
The French press?
His acoustic lounge act, the French press.
That's a good one.
Hey, French press is delicious.
That's how I make my coffee.
See?
We're still on coffee time, people. Yeah.
Yes, you're early in the day. So how long have you been playing music, period?
Did you play music while you were being named queso, or did it come later? I want to know.
Yes.
It came later.
Okay.
It came when I transferred schools. I actually started playing trumpet in middle school band, sixth grade, right away.
Trumpet. You hear that, ladies? He's good with his lips.
You can do that? It's like...
he needs a little practice.
There you go. Look at 3 non-trumpet players trying to do the trumpet thing. Louis Armstrong is rolling in his grave.
It's been a while. But no, I joined in middle school, very first year, and carried it all the way through the little bit of college that I did. Got to play with the Blue Devils. That was cool.
Oh, wow. I know exactly who that is. I had a friend in high school that was really into those drum and bugle corps, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I actually know who that is. I've watched that guy. He loved them. He had them. This is so far back they were videotaped. He had videotapes. He'd be like, and I got to show you this routine I put in. They would be womp, 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 doing their thing, changing formation around a big field.
That's funny. I just watched the fucking Drumline with Nick Cannon last night.
It's a really good movie, but oh my
fast-forwarded
god.
through all of the montages, because that movie, like every other scene, is a
Yeah, but
fucking
montages
music
are
montage.
awesome.
Hate all of them.
I
for
love
that movie.
montages.
All of
They
them.
get things done so fast.
It inspired me to be a drummer,
I
okay?
love it because actually it's Orlando Jones' like only serious role. Like,
Oh,
It was
yeah.
Nick
he's a serious
Cannon.
guy.
Yeah.
It was Nick Cannon.
was in the but Orlando Jones plays his the band leader.
Oh.
And Orlando Jones is like comedy always, and then he's
Right,
this
right.
fucking
Serious
sophisticated,
guy.
serious fucking band leader.
Be like, you need to
I
get
think
your
I could-
crap together.
I'm thinking of it. I think there's other serious roles. I'd have to consult my letterbox. off the top of my head.
That's the only one that comes to mind. So I
There's a
fast
couple
forward
of
through
those.
all the montages and just do like where they're actually doing the drumming or like the field, the field
Right.
fucking.
No,
rehearsals and
if
stuff.
you've
Were
ever
you
seen a
in-
marching chart, you know how complicated it is.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
So you were
ridiculous.
in drum and bugle corps,
Pretty much. I mean, not necessarily drum and bugle, but I was in marching band.
marching band, which
Yeah.
because like
It's close relative.
it's a close relative.
Yeah.
Because what are the blue devils? Right, it's a lot of snares, right? A lot of snare drums. Like, what do they have on the? Is what I'm asking you. They have trumpets.
They are like Blue Devils is more of a drum and bugle corps,
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh oh.
He's like,
but
they can go to fucking hell.
no, it was a great experience just to get to see them march. Like they're so precise and
Disciplined.
Yeah, it is
one of
discipline.
those
It is
one of
discipline.
those that does not accept anything less. Like we get to open for them during UIL like marching competition, so that was cool.
I once got to see UCLA's marching band, and I remember thinking, "Holy shit!" Like,
I've seen the USC one, and I know that one's really good too. That one's
Yeah,
well
they're-
renowned. You know,
they're
the
good.
USC one is at the end of Naked Gun.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know Naked Gun when O.J. Simpson falls, or is it he falls and then they all start walking over him? That's the USC marching band.
Cutaway.
Good one.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So I guess it's time for our
Wait.
new segment, though. Can you give us that
Oh.
one story at band camp? Any stories from band camp? This is
All right.
from band camp.
So this one time at band camp,
Uh-huh.
back when Monster BFC was a thing, the big effing can, I would buy one every single day and share it with the entire band.
All right.
Whoever wanted a sip.
Really? So mono ran rampant in your
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay. Before you play a guitar song, I think it's worth asking how you transitioned and when you transitioned from trumpet to guitar.
I agree.
So I started in middle school, and then my freshman year in high school, I started playing acoustic. I learned on the acoustic and pretty non-traditionally. I always sucked at music theory, but I play by ear, and I just kind of grew into it.
Did you? I guess you at some point you picked up like a chord book. I mean, you learned like the basics
Yeah.
of like I know what the chords are and.
So one of the things I would do is I would look up songs that I enjoyed, and I would learn those chords, but I wouldn't
Sure.
learn the song.
Oh, yeah,
I would
yeah.
just learn the chords and then play around with that, and then try to pick it apart. Like, super focused on it.
I've
I
done
guess
that.
you
I
could
did that a
say.
lot too. Growing up and learning, especially in the days when we had tablature books. They were the big thing. I know you could look up tablature online, but it's not the same. I used to have like the full album, like Nevermind.
I used to get the Guitar World magazines and
Oh,
look
that
up the
too.
tabs in the
They
back
had
of the
tons
book.
of tabs.
I
Yes,
could
Yeah.
never afford.
That's
those
how I learned Dio.
tabs.
that's how you learn what.
Dio.
Tablature is a arduous way to learn shit, though. It really is.
UltimateGuitarTabs.com. UltimateGuitarTabs.com. That
Yeah.
saving lives is what that damn thing. almost
Sometimes
every
it
song-
works.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just there.
Well, you do have to
half
hunt
the time
around.
I'm like, who transcribed this shit?
They're
Do they have
users.
ears? What the fuck's going on here?
They are user.
It's like, I don't think you got it down.
So
Yeah.
but if you sort around, there's like 87 of them. So
yeah,
look,
that's right.
they're
You find- and they get
There's
voted
one
on.
of them. Yeah,
They do
there's-
get voted on.
Some of them are a lot better than others, definitely.
Oh man.
The tab sites are the only reason I learned cover songs.
Oh, there you go.
But I was never too interested in learning. I mean, like I wanted to learn the chords, but really more like the sets of chords, like how he does that chord into whatever that chord is, into the, like I liked those combinations of chords. How
also
did that
like
change,
like the
have that-
inversion of a chord, like the form, like there's different forms of all
Oh
these
yeah,
chords.
yeah. Well, I learned inversions later, but when I wasn't too I still did learn songs, but I was more interested in like, oh, that was a really cool thing with the guitar that it did, and I wanted to go and then find what that did, what this trio of chords were.
It's like the day I discovered the whammy bar.
I hate whammy bars. Every
You can do
guitar
so
I've
much.
ever owned has a whammy
Overused.
bar on it. Never once used it.
People that use it well, I'm impressed with. That one actually could have it, but I take it off. And every once in a while, the thing that I'll do is I'll just grab the bridge and I'll do a little if I want. You know what I'm saying? I can still do that without having a bar. Because
Yeah.
I don't whammy.
I feel like if you use it specifically, it's more impactful than just like.
Right.
all
Yeah,
the time.
I really just have never. I guess I never really.
I've seen soloists wail on it. They keep it in their fret hand, right? And they're just like, doing their solo.
It's a whole style, yeah.
Yeah,
you
and then
gotta
they'll hold
develop
on a
it.
note and they'll fucking whammy that fucker. And then they'll, I don't know. I don't do it, so.
Yeah.
I've seen it done.
I even wrote a whammy part into the song, and I still refuse to put the fucking whammy part on in there. I'm just gonna press it with my hand.
Do you know what I like a whammy bar? When it's like tons of distortion. I'm trying to think of a grunge. There's a grunge band that's done this. I know, like tons of distortion, and you do it real slow. So it's like, whoa, and it just like.
I do like those.
That's
dive
fucking
bomb
dope.
sounds.
Like the long build up without the disappointing drums.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Saved
Oh,
it.
my
man.
God.
Thanks, man. All right, well, let's let you get strapped in
up on your
again.
shoulder. Yep.
I guess so.
It's no,
Sorry, yeah,
None of
those
that.
straps do that.
no, that's okay.
Well, and once you get,
Oh, dude, I bought some stoppers.
yeah.
Those little,
Gary has
those little
two of
Ernie
mine.
ball
Yeah.
things.
No, well, he flipped it over and stuff. Just try to keep it on the keel.
What are you doing? Okay, let's stop on the bottom of this one.
There we go.
All right.
Let's put this guy
Hi, Mom.
out. Hey,
Yeah.
it's
So-
fixed now.
Yeah. Okay, great. Give us a strum or two to make sure you got some levels going. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
hear it. Very good. Well, then, let's get into the music, shall we?
Will do.
Will do. What do you got lined up for us? Tell us.
So the first song is going to be The Last Goodbye.
The
It's
Last
a
Goodbye. Right.
personal
First
favorite.
one is gonna be the last one.
The first song's The Last Goodbye. This is so confusing.
The first song
Last
is The
song
Last
is
Goodbye.
called Hello.
The last song is called The First Goodbye.
Well, you say goodbye and I say hello, so
Hello, hello. Okay.
Nights turn to daylight, but my eyes stay open because I don't wanna dream of her tonight. And I'm sure I'm dead and gone from her life, but I still love her like everything's alright. Will someone please rescue me and tell me right the eulogy? 'Cause I have a bad habit of loving too quickly and letting go a bit too late. Darling, oh darling, I don't wanna forget you, I need to forget you. So consider this the last goodbye. Maybe I'll choose for you choose tonight. flame. You've been so hot and they fall away. And baby, put my heart into you. And look where it got me, alone and broken. Wishing you'd come and just as honest and open as you were before. Will someone please rescue me and sell me right the eulogy? 'Cause I have a bad habit of loving too quickly and letting go a bit too late. Darling, oh darling, I don't wanna forget you, but I need to forget you. So consider this my last goodbye. Maybe I'll dream sweet dreams tonight. Be free to live my life if I love again. If I love again. You win some, you lose some, that's the name of the game. I'd like to take my earnings and just walk away, 'cause I am so tired of playing. Will someone please rescue me and help me write the eulogy? 'Cause I have a bad habit of loving too quickly and letting go a bit too late. Will someone please rescue me and help me write the eulogy? 'Cause I have a bad habit of loving too quickly and letting go a bit too late.
Is this guitar in drop D?
It is in drop D.
That's why it didn't sound right.
Actually, it sounded dope.
That's cool.
Um,
Glad it worked out.
I can retune that up for you.
Sorry. I don't remember. You know what it was? The last time I used that guitar
There we
was
go.
at Paranoid Image. And there was a song of theirs that was in drop D. And I was learning that.
Yeah, you're good.
So sorry, that's why. Mine's usually in standard tuning.
Do you want to redo it? We'll let you redo the song if you want.
I think it turned out okay.
We can always make a small edit.
I don't like backtracking.
No, and
Okay.
also, I just watched that.
It gave this, when you did the open, it gave you a really great low end D on there that was really good over the C and over the
Yeah,
F.
so it's like playing bass and acoustic at the same time. Cool.
Yeah, I completely thought, in fact, I knew it was in drop D, but I thought you put it in drop D.
I did
That's so
not.
funny.
Okay.
No.
I just watched that movie about the starting of Saturday Night Live last night. Good movie. I was entertained, but like that movie struck me about why that show is still perceived like, I don't know. I love the idea of fuck it, we're just gonna roll with it. You know? Oh,
just
this
gotta do
is
it.
Okay, we'll do it live.
yes, the old Bill O'Reilly. Yeah, you know, when shit's not going as planned, and you just like, nah, we're gonna do it anyway. I love it.
Exactly.
Because that's, you know, that's when interesting things are happening. I think, you know, something a little outside the norm, maybe.
Just deal with it, and the show must go on.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's the great rule.
We had that at our Circles We Draw gig on New Year's,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Bass cut out first song, but those two guys just charged on, just played the fucking bit.
We realized, thank God it was that song, because that song, we didn't need any cues from him or anything like that, and he was just like...
Right, there was no
"Hey,
bass
man."
breakdown. That would have been tough if there was something like that in that song, but there
and-
wasn't.
Yeah, and I was able to just kind of like cover over... I mean, well, yeah, we just kind of played the
Just
song.
rocked it out. You know, it's not ideal. None of these problems are ideal, but how we deal with them, I find, is interesting.
Yeah,
So-
in the motion. Just be like, nope, okay, keep going.
Yeah. So good for you, man. I like the song in the drop D anyway. So I thought maybe it was an interesting way to present that song now.
Maybe so. Happy accident, right?
Yeah, happy accidents. I love the happy. Yeah, that's one of the David Lynch mottos. I tried to get us a David Lynch poster today, but they were out. Can you believe that?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can. He just died.
I know. That's why. So, which actually, there's an interesting transition. I wanted to ask you the origin of the name Lights Pierce Shadows.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why too. I'm going to grab my little find at the record store while
Go
you
ahead.
give this the story.
Be gone.
So, Originally, I just wanted to come up with a really cool name, but I also wanted it to stand for something. And over the years, I had potentially like 200 names. Like, I was obsessive about it. I was like, I need to figure out my name. Like, what am I gonna?
Did you also you would write it out, right, to see what it looks like?
I had list on list on list. Like, I had
Give me, okay, wait, before you go any further,
Can you remember?
Give us some of the best ones off that fucking list. And one of the worst ones.
Okay.
Maybe two of the worst ones if you can remember some of the best.
So, some of the standouts that I actually can remember are Blue Rose Grim, Feed the Chaos.
That's a David Lynch.
What was it?
Feed the Chaos.
Revolution Cheesecake.
That's interesting.
And just so many others.
Feed the Chaos, I feel like that's like doom metal. Like, if you got to be strong for that, like it's like sludgy almost, like, you know, maybe.
I don't know. I hear that as a ska-core band.
Everyone has a different interpretation of Feed the Chaos.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound.
New
Feed the
metal.
Chaos.
Maybe it could be new metal.
Yeah, maybe. But no,
Okay.
I actually had designs back in the day, and
So what? You know, that's just those three words just occurred to you, or did they?
It stood out from the rest, and I don't know, like I was a kid, I was thinking about it, but pretty much what it stands for is that you can take negative situations and make it into a positive. You can learn from the mistake. You can learn from a situation.
Oh, yeah.
You can make better out of bad times.
Yeah, that's very cool. So
that's what Lights Per Shadows.
So this is, you know, here I'm going to hold up for one of our cameras here. My find of the record store today. This is the Maharishi Yogi, Mahesh Yogi, which, by the way, David Lynch Foundation teaches TM. That's his thing, right? So there's a connection between the Beatles, the Mahesh Yogi, David Lynch, the whole fucking thing.
There was a connection between him and underage girls too, I think, right?
Oh, jeez.
Who's? Oh, the
Maharish.
no,
Maharish.
I don't think so.
Stop doing that.
There was like, yeah, when you had a bunch of pop stars at the retreat, you had certain like dramas develop, but nothing really came of any of that. Maharishi's a solid guy. Well, he's dead now, but
Yeah.
you know, he was a
solid
solid
guy.
guy. He developed the anyway.
Is he the one that with the Beatles?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The Beatles is a whole thing. So, but one of his quotes, it kind of is like your band name, right? It has to do with more of like a state of mind, right? But I believe it's something like, you know, you don't fight the darkness, just turn on the light. So, you know, if you have like negative emotions or anything like, you know, whatever, you can't fight the darkness. It's impossible.
Right.
But you can just turn on the light. And what is that? It's just fucking lets lights pierce shadows. Fucking right there. I thought, wow, how fucking serendipitous.
That was pretty cool. That is pretty much what it is.
That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
So I didn't know.
Just,
Maybe it was intentionally, maybe inadvertently, but pretty spiritual little title there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Just dealing with life situations, you know, like it came to me, and I was like, yeah, that seems right.
Well, like
let's
a lot
push
of
for
things,
something a little more
it's
positive.
kind of beautiful too, because it could also be just you could literally picture it literally too.
Mm-hmm.
You could picture light rays coming in, and you know, you could just picture
your artwork would be great. Where's all the great artwork?
physics.
Where fucking
Yeah.
lights coming through darkness in some crazy way. I would
I have a
this whole
couple
epic
ideas.
of Persephone going on or something like
I've
that.
been trying to reach out to get some artwork done, but no avail.
Well, you know, we could talk about that after
First
the
off,
pod.
we got
We know some.
ChatGPT. I mean,
Well,
to get
Oh.
ideas rolling,
Oh.
you know. I mean, if you're on a budget, sometimes you got to do that. But what it's really good is getting your ideas out. Like, there's a couple ideas that I've never been able to really explain to someone. After an hour of prompts into ChatGPT, I'm like, oh, boom, this is a good almost representation of what I want. And you can feed that to somebody, and they can be like, oh, I get what the fuck you're talking about now.
There's a lot of local artists that really do art that's in an affordable level, like Hannah Samano. She's doing work for us even now. But I forget the guy's name, but the guy that did A More Perfect Union, like most of these people are very reasonable. They'll ask for maybe a couple $100 at most, and you'll be like, you can get your own custom art, created.
And there are people online who can do just digital art for you, for logos and stuff like that for $50.
Yeah, like Fiverr and some of those sites. But
It's not even Fiverr. There's a guy, Ezekiel, who did a logo for Circles. In fact, the feather one, that was $50. He was just like, that's something, and he gave me a bunch of different sizes of it.
The options are out there.
So yeah.
Anyway.
Options are out there. Having the idea you want, if you have to make them come up with the idea, that's going to cost more. If you have an idea
Right.
and you need somebody to just kind of render, boom.
I cannot draw to save my life, so
No,
yes,
well,
that would be
so
helpful.
it depends.
That's what I'm talking about. ChatGPT, you can get an approximation.
Yes, you could
give
use
it to a real artist, and they can really kind of bring it out.
I'm not saying that that's not a valid path, but also I commissioned Hannah Samano recently.
Really?
Yeah, to do work on the Project Guava stuff and the compilation album.
Shit.
And
Her stuff is gonna look great for that.
I'll show you the initial thing she's got going. But we just sat down and talked about stuff, And I like that approach a lot because I want to, I like leading it up to the artist to have some room for interpretation, what they want to do, Sure, I'll take one.
I would also like one.
It's PBR time here, people. This segment of the podcast
Unofficially
could be brought to you by Pabst Blue Ribbon, but it is not because we have no sponsors.
They need to get on their shit. Get over here. We drink so much Pabst. We literally.
Oh shit! Is it fuzzy? Why is it so fuzzy? Fizzy
He's
fuzzy.
from Texas. He knows how to handle it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be so. It's been just sitting there. Is it really cold? Okay. Well, you're one-upped your beer. We've talked about your band name. I guess it's time for another song.
Alrighty. This one's gonna be a little long.
If I could personify low self-esteem, you'd get a look alike with an opposite personality. 'Cause I'm like a well-kept book with pages aged in weather, classy on the outside, but my insides are tainted, barely all together. A little romance and a dreamer, I'm ironic at best, with a lack of contradiction and no hypocriticness, taking everything to the extreme, but only if it's worth it. Writing lyrics so tragic, hoping that someone would understand. I'm a simple man, and easy to love. I guess this is an LOL moment. If LOL stands for lost out on love, I guess that's what I've done. Isn't it hilarious? I remember early after we started, we hung out at his always be there. I love the time we shared. I love being there with you. I love how you made me feel. I love everything about you. It's been so long since we fell apart, and I had a dream that restored memories and made me realize you still hold a piece of my heart. And I love the time we shared, loving there with you. Love how you made me feel. Love everything about you. But if there's no will, then there's no way. But that won't change me. You know I'll hope for you every day. 'Cause I couldn't wait for what the future would bring. Because the little voice inside of me was saying she's the one. Yeah, she'll always be there, she's the one. No, this wouldn't be the first time I was wrong.
Nice.
All right.
All right, man. I guess one question is, what are your major influences as doing this? And sort of follow up is, would you describe your music as emo, or no?
I was definitely influenced by a lot of emo and scene bands, so I think that's a little unmistakable. It definitely is what it is, but these are older songs. I got a lot of newer stuff coming, and I've grown with the years. So I just have I took a dip for a while and tried to come back at it.
That's true. I even asked you before, because I know you play some instrumental things, and those are kind of like little intricate, almost classical stylings. Oh yes, send them in the way. I was just thinking about the emo thing. You know what? One reason why, because I went and saw Wicked yesterday at the Alamo Draft House.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I've been wanting to see it.
I had a great time at that.
Let's get drunk and go see Wicked.
Go for it. But this was the weirdest experience, is that listening to some of these, beautiful pop stars sing some of the most produced music out there, right? I walk out, and in the bar adjacent, attached to the Alamo, right, they have emo karaoke.
Oh,
and
gosh.
it's karaoke specifically for emo songs, and I don't know if it was a choice or just bad sound design or no sound design. The backing tracks were turned pretty far down, so you heard people in their just emo full.
Oh my
You know what I'm saying? Like, my God! And from walking out of
Hey, it's
Wicked
karaoke.
into that
They're
was
not
just like,
singing professionally or anything.
I just heard all the spectrums of music right in one.
All right.
Who's screaming at me?
Yeah, it's a It was an odd choice. The Alamo Draft House, they have those fun things. It reminded me a bit of the Dendrama days. I
wish they would have let
I miss
Dendrama
Dendrama.
continue.
Yeah, Dendrama. I think I'll go on a limb and say Dendrama was kind of a better scene than emo karaoke,
But there's probably more people singing.
but that's the thing. I peeked around the corner. There really weren't. It was like the same deal, man. Like
I think
six
they should
people
have
hanging
given
out.
us another year, and if it in another year didn't grow, then maybe we got to move spots. But
Yeah. I've thought of other places like the C Film Center, but Alamo Draft House is ideal because of the Draft House part.
yeah, you can get food and drinks
Yeah.
there, and then I wonder if there's another bar grill place that we could possibly do.
It's
Something
true. It doesn't
like
have to be a
that,
movie theater because we're not the ones,
It'd be really nice to have the variety of style, though.
We could revive
just
Dendrama
show up for a
at
show.
some
You
place.
get
But
poetry,
we-
you get
the,
script
readings,
you get
The wireless mics,
Music.
that's kind of key.
I used to have a set. They're not that expensive. The
Oh.
clip-on types.
Not even clip-ons, like just handheld wireless.
Oh, there's
like,
that. But there's the kind, for like interview. Like if you were more professional interviewers, we might clip on a mic, and
Right.
there's those, like-
lavalier.
yeah, I had a set of those
Under the
from a
desk
while
news.
ago for a reason, but anyway, I got rid of that set. But they're not. It wasn't that big of a purchase. We could get those. Yeah.
Tomorrow's is
so-
technically looking for more things to do
Oh,
during
shit.
the week.
Oh man.
a lot of things to spend money on.
Well, I don't want to run that thing, but if we
Yeah,
got
right.
Savannah in contact with her,
Savannah's up in the mountains these days. She's not going to run Dendrama.
She
Be up to
should.
someone down here.
no, if she wanted it, she would come down from the
Oh,
mountain.
jeez, that's a long commute. Well, okay.
Once a week? I don't know.
So we established that you did have emo influences, but we didn't get specific. I like to get specific.
You want to get specific?
Yeah, well, like
Give us some band names, bro.
songs or band names that like are
Songs?
more like, yeah, I heard that, and then I was like, yeah, that's kind of the style I'm looking for. That
It's too massive, honestly.
Let's start with start at the beginning. What
Just
was
a
the
few. You
first
don't have
emo
to
band that you
name-
fucking listened to? That
like,
you were
what-
like,
what
holy
are
Not
Serious
even just
rock.
emo. So like, I grew up on like pop artists like Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears,
Yeah.
the generics,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
My dad listened
Were you
to a
old
bunch
enough
of classic.
for fucking God damn it, early '90s boy band?
NSYNC?
No,
I was born in
Oh,
90.
early 90s. Big. New Kids on the Block?
New Kids,
New Kids on the
Block.
Blocks. They're sick.
Oh,
Oh, can you just spin that? Yeah, anyways.
The right stuff.
Yeah, keep going, and then do that little thing there.
I think I fixed it.
Oh.
The girl that lived next door to me.
I know,
had
it's
posters
pop
of her.
music, classic rock, bunch of like classic metal. I guess like Megadeth is a big one for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
look at that,
cool.
right on.
Yeah, and then I definitely really enjoyed My Chemical Romance, stuff like
Ooh,
that.
I thought that was going to come up.
Yeah, of course it would. But no, like I
Romance
remember
is
my
a
very
metal
first
band.
metal band that I ever heard was Shadows Fall. And
Wow.
that kind of
And now
shaped
you're
me.
like, "Here's shadows." Ooh.
Right,
Ooh.
I know, right? What a
Shadowing,
coincidence.
baby.
It may have been some foreshadowing.
Very good, very good.
But no, my first metal band was Shadows Fall, and then I kind of got into that, and then it was Atreyu. Then
Oh,
it
right on,
was
Hard.
there's a band that I really like that's kind of on the subscript, but they're called Heaven Shall Burn.
They shall.
As it shall. But those were pretty fundamental, like Shadows Fall, Heaven Shall Burn, Atreyu, definitely like, Green Day and My Chemical Romance and just Mayday Parade. Back when Jason Lancaster owned that shit.
We should start a cult called Heaven Will Burn.
Heaven Shall Burn.
Yeah, we are the Heaven Shall Burn cult. We think heaven shall burn. That's it. That's right there. We just think it's all gonna burn.
There's a deeper debate to that, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
No. I think it's gonna burn.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. If we're taking odds at Vegas,
I like
I'm betting on it burning.
Me too.
Yeah, well, I picture heaven's probably a lot like Malibu, California, and that shit burned, so.
Yeah, it burned right up. Thought those fucking palm trees were gonna do anything.
I guess too soon. It's not the best.
Yeah,
I thought
I
that was the
mean-
most tasteful joke, but it wasn't.
I mean, I feel for people who have to be displaced. Definitely.
Sure, I don't want anything to burn, really.
The richest
to
people
burn.
you've ever heard of and their properties burning, I feel like, oh no, we have to go to our house in Palm Beach. Oh
Right,
no,
I think
we
that-
have to go back to our fucking
Yeah,
cabin in Aspen.
the odds that
Whoa,
someone's living in Malibu
What was
and that's
Michael
their
Jackson
one and
saying?
only
They
house.
don't really care
Yes.
about us.
I guess that's actually not true because a lot of like the lower rim of the fucking mountains where that started. All those houses are like, I bought that shit with my GI Bill when I got out of the fucking army in the 60s.
It could be that. It can be
and,
that.
Those cats were there, and I feel the most for them.
Right.
Not for fucking Kevin Spacey had to leave his house and now it's gone. I'm like, the fuck with Kevin Spacey? He has more than one house.
Did you see what was it, whenever Bill Burr was on SNL? He
Bill
was
Barr?
Bill
yeah,
Burr.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yes.
Yeah.
I do remember Bill Burr's.
Yeah, when he was talking about losing his house and how he handled it, I was like, that's something to live by, I guess. Jeez, how'd you do it? I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, fucking Bill Burr. That's the newest one? He just did one?
It was an interview or something. I think it was on SNL, but he was talking about his house being burned down. He was
Oh, wow.
how he handled it.
I didn't
How did he
actually.
handle
it's
it?
like-
I actually didn't see this.
So he was basically saying that he was super reactionary and that he just didn't think about it.
Yeah, he was just like, well, it's gone.
Right,
Fucking-
right. He accepted it immediately and just went on with it. And I was like, that's.
I can get someplace. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing though. We said that a lot of these people do have other homes, and they probably, on a personal level, a lot of them will be fine. However, this happened in this is the heart of Hollywood. This is Hollywood, California. For example, I
Right.
mentioned this on the show. Mark Hamill's house is among them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we all love Mark Hamill. We wish him the best. I'm sure he's fine. But here's the thing that got on my mind: how many fucking
Priceless
awesome
memorabilia. Oh!
Star Wars shit did he have sitting around his house? Knickknacks, some fucking, I don't know, priceless Ewok spear. I don't know. It's probably priceless to us geeks. That I'm just saying. Think about I bet you there's a lot of great fucking Hollywood shit that died in that fire.
So you're saying if I went and picked over, I could find Darth Vader's lightsaber somewhere in the rubble?
You're gonna
of
find
my-
Darth Vader's helmet looking like it did in the sequel movies,
when he got his
Revenge of the
face
Sith.
burnt.
all melted and shit. I don't know. I was thinking about that. He's just one guy. I know. Say Billy Crystal was another guy. You could throw. I know there's a lot of people that lost their homes.
Well, I feel bad for Billy Crystal.
I
He's
like
really
all of these
not working.
people, but I also think
At the end of the day, I think they're just things.
that's true.
And that it really sucks when everything's gone, but the community out there is really reaching towards each other.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up with the fires and stuff. It's sad.
I have not.
Things are things, but some of those things are
a
like
lot of things to
history.
worry about than
It's
movie
like,
stars and their houses burning down.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch the interview, but you talk about craziness. Wasn't Mel Gibson on Joe Rogan while his house was burning?
Well, he didn't know it was.
He
burning,
didn't know, but then he gets like, "Hey man, your house is burning down." He's like,
I don't
"Well,
think I
I
heard
guess
about
Joe, my
that.
house is burning down. I'm gonna be, fuck." That's what a weird thing to be like. I'm just on a live.
How detached though from reality do you have to be like, I had no idea my house could burn down right now?
I'm sure he was aware of the risk. I'm sure he was aware.
It's like,
of the risk.
look, we moved everything out of it. Nobody's there.
Right.
On
May or may
set
not get
delusional.
burned down.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. If somebody hey,
Actually, there were fires in California, not the rich part, in Havilah, out in Lake Isabella area. They almost burnt down Sarah's mom's house while my kids were there.
oh Jesus,
They were like,
So it was
we
like
had to
last year?
evacuate.
just last
just before the end of the year,
December or something. Oh, fuck.
Well, in July, yeah.
Oh, July.
That whole area was fucking burning. Now,
Damn.
none of those people are fucking millionaires. None of them have fucking all the money in the world. We're talking about millions of dollars of poor-ass motherfuckers' houses that burned down. I feel worse for that.
And insurance
than I
won't
do.
cover a lot of these things from fire.
Definitely more so, yeah.
A lot of them have had to jump through hoops to get some sort of coverage before those fires happened, but I mean, those are people who got nowhere else to fucking go, Red Cross.
Right, all
California
the
was
sentimentals,
rallying around
everything
them.
you've built up, and like just all gone, and you can't just replace it. You can't just.
No, you can't, especially out there. Like that's the fucking Kern River Valley. Like fucking there's you're not replacing a damn thing out there.
No, things change after a big destruction like that. Like Lahaina in Maui. That's the big fire.
Oh yeah. Fucking talk about surfacing an existence for people.
Things come back, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Things come back, but it's not the same. Certain things don't come back.
That's the circle of life. I guess.
Yeah, you just think that's whatever. Life goes on. You call it whatever we want, but you do lose something when this shit happens, no matter what.
Yeah, you always lose something.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what the prices for homes are going to be in that area, though, after it's all done. Like, is it going to be low because there's high fire potential, or is it going to go even higher because Mark Hamill used to live right here?
But also, Malibu, California is fucking paradise when it's not burning. A lot of... We're talking about beautiful weather.
Like, I've seen the scenery. I haven't been out there.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful scenery, beautiful foliage, great weather almost all the time. Proximity to the ocean in a good way. Lots of good surf along the mountain. Like, everything that you want. It's a very... So, those are the reasons why the property value is high. And I don't think that's going away. It might be adjusted, though, because of the risk factor.
Well, I mean, like, I'm buying a house right now. If I couldn't get insurance on my house, I couldn't buy it.
No, because the bank requires it.
Yeah,
the mortgage requires it.
I would not be able to. So we're talking about all these houses that are literally in a nobody wants to insure this house.
It's true.
Like, what's going to happen there?
It begs the question, like, I guess a lot of those houses sales out in Malibu, but if we're talking about rich people buying houses, they probably don't finance that shit.
Oh, that's true.
They're like, it's $15 million? Okay, I have $15 million. Here. Now I own a house. It's that simple.
But even like...
You could own against yourself with a life insurance
you have to get
policy.
Title insurance, though, even when you do stuff like that. And that stuff requires insurance on, like, the property and shit like that, which is not associated with, like, its home value or anything, but more like assuring something happens to your fucking house, we have insurance to go into this, so it's not a blighted piece of land now or some shit.
Right?
There are a lot more complex nuances that are go into, like, okay, so you're going to have to sell them as parcels of land and people will build on them, but then there's a whole zoning thing. Can you build a house in a place where there's going to be a fire that you can insure? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. That's why I asked that question. I really wonder what's going to happen to the value in that area now.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we stated two fires that are vastly close to each other that, wreaked fucking havoc. It burnt the goddamn shit out of the Kern River Valley. This fire is still burning right now up in the Malibu. Like, goddamn. Like,
was it ever
this
determined?
Isn't going to go away.
Was the cause of that fire ever determined?
They keep trying to say it was, like, lit or something like that, but...
Like, I haven't heard anything about
they arrested somebody, or they
detained
and
then let him go, right?
And let him go.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, there's been nothing. And to be honest, until you stop the fire, you're not going to be able to know. That's when you can do the forensics and shit with all that. But even then, it's going to be even harder now, right? It's burned through houses that started catalysts, that started more fire. Like, it's going to be impossible to really pinpoint exactly where. I don't know. I'm not a fire pathologist or whatever.
Right.
If
I could put out a PSA, just stamp out your cigarette butts.
Yeah.
Smokey the Bear tried this for years. To limited success.
The fire in Kern Valley, though, that started with a guy who's drove home a little tipsy, fucking went off the side of the road.
Jeez.
Fucking truck caught fire, caught the entire valley on fire.
Fucking hell.
So I'm just saying, like, even small things now. I mean, back in the day, that happened, and it didn't start whole valley fires.
Right.
Now it is.
Well,
so,
they could happen if it's a dry place, they can happen quite naturally. Just like a compost pile can get hot, start smoldering, boom, it can go up.
This is Fire Talk here on the Kind of Big podcast.
Climate change is real.
And I guess that's the greater point. Is like like we said, things change when things get damaged. Like, this Earth is damaged and starting to change. And I don't know. We got to get prepared for it. You want to call it climate change or crazy shit happening with the weather? I don't give a fuck. We got to react to it. We can't pretend like, oh, no, it's all just going to go back to normal, because it is not. We're living in a new day, new age. You got another song about that?
Things keep changing.
Yeah.
I'm going through changes.
Yeah.
What?
Something about change, death,
heard it,
life,
yeah.
destruction. Maybe a billionaire losing it all.
I think
That
there's a
would be
good
cool.
Timothy Chalamet song about that.
His name is Bob Dylan, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
I know. I just
Although I was impressed to hear that he spent like 3 years before that fucking recording himself and listening
Yeah.
back and shit like that. Like, he was really dedicated to,
Right.
one, learning how to play all the songs that he's going to have to play.
Yeah.
But then really sounding like
Yeah.
it. Like, he's like, so that there's less work in post-production, and he really wanted to
Right.
get into it. Like, you can't
yeah.
portray Bob Dylan
cool.
without being able to really get down into the performance. I'm like, this is what this guy was sounding
Yeah,
like, feeling
I
and
think
doing.
honestly that film is like
To be honest, he sounds great.
it's Oscar bait, but in the best way. It's in the best way because like
They use really good people.
because sometimes
Everybody's
people try to like fake an Oscar baity movie, but then there's these people that like, no, I'm going to put the time and effort into making this character study, ideal and amazing. And I look forward to. I haven't actually seen that whole movie.
I haven't
yet.
seen it all yet either.
It's
But,
on my. I mean, I got a lot of movies.
Let's go see it. Let's get drunk as fuck and go see it.
I could just go see it. I don't need to get drunk.
No, that's the fun part.
I don't like
Everybody
going to
just go
theaters.
see it.
You don't like going to theaters?
No, too loud, too cold.
Too loud, too cold. You should go to the one there at Belmar. It's not too cold at all. They actually keep it at a reasonable fucking temperature inside there.
Yeah.
And most of the movies I go see there is like 9 people in the entire
Yeah, a lot of
theater.
movies are not too.
It is
oh, you
loud
mean the movie's
in that
too
the
loud?
movie
Or do you
is
mean the
loud
movie's
as
too
fuck.
loud? Or the people are too loud? Because sometimes they crank up those movies.
Yeah, they always.
It was
do.
always the speakers. That's what did it for me.
Oh, so you thought the movies are too loud? It's pumping out you too
Hurts
loud.
my ears.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, you can't do much about that other than wear earplugs.
Yeah, which I mean works for the explosions. Doesn't work so much for the dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, there are movies
Every
that I go
movie
to
should
the
be
theater
played
and
with
I'm like,
subtitles.
it's too low. Why would you do this too low?
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough. Some things I like theaters, but
Song about change?
yeah. Okay. Go. What's the next song you had planned? It doesn't have to be a Bob Dylan song.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can do a Dylan song if you'd like, though.
I do not
know
know cover
Bob.
songs.
You don't know any cover songs.
I know a few, but
You gotta
Limited.
twist that thing the other way.
I
You're-
know
you're like
a
actually-
limited
Fuck the
handful.
other
Yeah.
way.
I'm very much.
Well, when you grab it, you're grabbing it in the like resist.
I won't touch it
unresisting
anymore.
way.
I'm very similar to you though, man. Is that I've learned a handful of cover songs because I've loved those songs and wanted to learn them, and then I never learned songs be like, oh, because I'm playing a gig and we got to learn these cover songs to please some people or whatever. Every song that I've ever learned to cover is because of a passion that I loved the song.
Right? Like personally, I listen to a lot of different everything, but I don't try to learn what is being played. Like I have my favorites and my cult classics and everything else, but it's about trying to sound apart.
No, I like learning everything. Just consume it all.
It's a great way to.
I have this exercise.
Get
I'll
better.
turn on the actual radio
Recently-
and then I'll just learn the song as it's going. Like I'll find
Yeah.
whatever song, country, hip hop, pop, fucking rock, whatever.
No,
I will-
recently I have been
It's an
learning
amazing
cover
musician
songs,
exercise.
but
It is
that's how
fun.
that's how it was for a while. It was just like I didn't want to learn cover songs. I picked apart the chords from the songs that I enjoyed. So
Right. Or if you do learn a cover song, or the thing I always come to, it's like it has to be the right combination of a song that I really love and also something that I think I can like do and not like just like barely pull off, something that I could like work. It will work for my voice, my style,
right, kind of adapt it, make it your own. Put
make it your own a little bit. And so that
flux
really
on
whittles it down because it has to have those two pillars. And I'm like, there's like 10 songs, maybe 20.
Right. what was the band? Our Last Night. They do a bunch of cover songs, and they all sound the same. They're doing fine without me. Don't get me wrong,
Like, we
but
took
they
that
all sound the
every
same.
greatest
You were
hit
so you were
song,
in a cover
we
band.
turned it into this song.
No, there's a band called Our Last Night or something like that, and they do a bunch of cover songs, and they all sound the same.
Oh, but you didn't play with those guys.
Oh no,
Oh.
no. I played with a band called For the Falling back in the day. Like I did that for 3 years from like 2010 to 2013.
Really?
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome experience. Like I met a bunch of bands. Like there's bands that are, doing great, like Crown the Empire,
Oh right.
Light the Fire. Who else? There's Werewolf, Their Wolf. But they were a really great band piece, and like they're all available on Spotify. But Light the Fire, Crown the Empire. I played shows with those guys. Polyphia.
Huh.
I played a show with Polyphia back in the day.
And you were playing guitar with them.
No, I played a show with them.
Oh, you played Light Spirit Shadow.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I see.
I opened for the crowd, but this was back when Polyphia had a vocalist and was doing the metalcore scene.
Nice.
And they changed up a lot, and everyone knows Polyphia now, but I got to open for them once in Arlington, Texas, and then the band members came through the McDonald's I was working at.
Nice.
And later it was like, oh, do you know about our band? I was like, yeah, actually, we played a show like a while back, but
Yeah, like I opened for you.
it's crazy
bro.
to see how far they went. Like that's inspiring.
Yeah, it is great to see. There's a band, Mimicking Birds, that I saw open for Modest Mouse at the Hollywood Cemetery. Love the
Nice.
fucking band. Like, really, really. We got
That's
way
such
too
a great
wasted
name
there.
too. Mimicking Birds.
Yeah, maybe. Then, 2 weeks later, I was opening for the show at this place called Timber Brewery Company, and the band who was coming through was Mimicking Birds. And I was like, holy shit, guys! Like, I just saw you open for Modest Mouse. Now I get to open for you. This is really fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I bought a record. They're like, oh, we don't have any more CDs. And I was like, they're like, all we got are the vinyls. And I was like,
Does it go like hardcore
I was like,
Cam
oh, that
and just
sucks,
like
man.
punch
Give me
the
2
dummy
vinyls.
man?
I need 2 vinyl. I need one wrapped and then one that I'm going to listen to. So yeah, I love finding bands and then realizing, oh, we're actually in the same circle, bro. That's so dope.
Right, support your community.
Yeah, well, that's what we try to do here at Kind of Big Radio and Kind of Big Radio Podcast, for sure. All right, man. Let's do the next tune. Are you sure capo? Maybe I feel like the capo needs to be more straight across.
Let him play his own
I'm
guitar.
just worried. That is my guitar, and I know it. I just don't want it to deaden that string. That's all I'm worried about. Because I know how that. Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I know how that guitar plays.
that sounds good.
Okay.
It's whatever. So a lot of these songs you can definitely find on my SoundCloud. Working up towards a viable studio recording, so that'll be nice.
Nice. We'll talk about that after this next tune.
Yeah, definitely. But this one's called My Soul Exposed, and all these songs you can find on my SoundCloud or Reverb Nation.
Do you still taste me on your lips? Do you regret the sensation of my fingertips? Your heart was torn from mine, but we treat each other as nothing has happened. So please trust me. We're loving to replace the pain. now I don't think I'll have the strength to admit this is over. I swear Cupid has me in a death grip, so please trust me. Your loving to replace the pain. Just please, your loving. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
I like the minor fall there. I love ending songs on minors. That's one of my things.
No happy ending. Yeah, so let's talk about some of your aspirations, because I would say this: every song that you've played for us thus far, I could totally hear a full band presentation thereof. You know what I'm saying? I could
Yeah.
hear what it would possibly sound like if you had a drum kit, bassist, maybe some harmonies in there.
So do you have planned for like a full arrangement situation?
Well, I definitely was encouraged to join a musicians guild recently.
No shit.
Yeah, my driver that took me to Spaceman the other day, his name's Dominique, but he drives for Uber, and he said he was going to show up to the Pine Tree show.
Yo.
And he followed us. He followed me. I got his friend request, and like definitely shout out because that was good. Like I never once in my life would have thought about joining Musicians Guild. I didn't know it existed.
What does it entail? Like, do you have to pay a membership fee or?
There is membership fees, but there is one here in Denver.
What does it do for you?
Question.
It gets you involved with other musicians in the area, and it can, potentially get you paid. Like, there's people that interconnect and say, I want this musician
Right.
for this song, and like put it all together.
I mean, I get like a famous example.
It's a nice little side job, and then also it can amount to a profession.
Right, because I mean, the only real thing like this, I think most of us, if you're a movie buff, don't have to look too hard to be familiar with the Screen Actors Guild, SAG, right? That's the one we're all familiar with. But I suppose I could understand that same idea. Like, if you're going to shoot a film in Hollywood, you have to be a member of SAG, though, They don't quite have a grip on things like that on the musician side, I don't think. But I do understand the idea of SAG, what SAG does. I mean, it fights for the artists for their rights, for example, saying, hey, they need to have so many breaks. You got to provide them food. These are things that have come through the SAG demands throughout the years, I believe, right? And I think that you could do the same thing for musicians. I don't know if they're being hired for things.
Right.
The guild, well, yeah, I don't even know how it works because usually then the hiring goes through the guild or something like that.
Yeah, but essentially from what I understand is that it just ties you in with a bunch of different musicians. Like,
Right.
it's a musicians guild, so it's like you might be contracted for this, that, or the other, but like if you can sing, play, and do a full band performance, if you can tour, like there's people that are connecting and wanting to pay for your services pretty much. Like, you wouldn't be a part of the band unless you
That's
picked
cool.
it up that way and they agreed,
Yeah.
But
Let Andrew know.
it's a
let
lot
Andrew
of
and I know
opportunity.
those contacts.
Yeah. First order of business, we got to contact our management company and let them know the water is not running at all in this building.
Oh shit!
Yeah. On a third idea, so tell us about the move, from Texas to Colorado. What was the whole I mean, we meet a lot of people that are from out of state.
And Texas, actually.
Especially
yeah.
Texas, Florida, California.
Yeah, those are the big three.
Those are kind of the big three. Those are kind of the big places that are around. Why Colorado, I guess, is my question.
So there were several places on the table. I you know, for a
Why
while,
were they on the table? Like, what was the whole like, hey, fuck Texas, I gotta get to somewhere else, or like need a change? You know, you're following a girl.
It was just a change. Yeah, like I needed to just change up my scenery. Like things were pretty bad, pretty often. So
Oh, right.
yeah,
Financially, socially,
all of the above.
Where in Texas are we
Everything.
talking about? Where specifically?
I was in southeast Texas, and like I say Commerce, but nobody knows what that means, so I say like southeast of Dallas.
Southeast
Okay,
of Dallas.
yeah, all right.
But Commerce, there was the Texas A&M University. I grew up 2 blocks from the campus, so.
Oh,
like,
wow. That's like
Yeah,
probably
I was gonna say I
party
love
town.
Texas A&M, man. Like, yeah.
Texas Lions, go.
Well, I'm from San Antonio, so yeah, that's not too far.
Well, you happy that you moved from there? You found more of a place here in Denver, Colorado?
Definitely so. A lot less stress.
That's good.
Uh,
Just because of what? Your situation, or like people in general? Are people in like chiller?
well, I definitely have had less negative interactions when
Go
I
ahead
moved
and
to
step
Colorado.
up to the microphone there, buddy.
I had negative interactions or had less negative interactions when I came to Colorado.
I see.
Yeah, I agree with that idea.
Because I grew up in around a lot of different messed up stuff, like Bible Belt.
I
all
was
that
gonna
kinda
say because we're in the
stuff.
heart of a religious.
in the
Yeah.
heart of Texas.
Yeah.
There's still to this day a lot of racism, like
You know,
a lot of
Racism,
messed up stuff.
homophobia,
Yeah.
all those things run rampant, right?
Yeah,
I don't
could get-
want to say run rampant. Like, I figure Texas is kind of like a quadrant. Like, if you cut it into 4s, you get this very interesting,
It's
like,
so
diagonal.
big.
Texas is a very complex place, and some places
is.
you don't even think of. Like, I went to this club in Houston that was like the most, like, it was fucking out there, man. People were all dressed up, very extreme, very gothy. We didn't even know when we were going in. We just like stumbled in. It's like, what the fuck, you know? I don't know. Texas is just a giant place, and there's
Right.
a lot of
Houston
Houston,
is
a lot
very
of
different
people
from
there.
Austin.
Dude, like holiday
is different
trips
from-
were like 3 hours one way and 3.5 the other way.
Yeah. So we do have, there are a lot of the fundamentalist Christian type people in Texas. Obviously, you don't have to, but there's a lot of fucking counterculture all
There was
throughout
tons
Texas.
of counter.
Yeah,
mostly in the
definitely.
bigger cities.
Yeah, mostly in the bigger cities.
It comes back down to individuals, you know? Like, don't let one stereotype control your narrative.
Yeah,
It's true.
And it's kind of like Colorado, where you amongst the larger cities, or at least the larger corridor central area of Colorado, you have a lot of acceptance. You go up to the mountains, or you go out to the flats, you're gonna see a very different situation. And yet, like, if you did it by population, you can say, oh, but this percent is this and that.
And
Even though more
yeah.
land is probably more that side of the fucking mountains than this side.
On a musical side, that's what I feel like our show and our radio show especially is all about. Like, we're breaking, like, Colorado does have certain conceptions from the outside. There's a couple bands that have broke big. People are like, okay, there's those.
South Park
In general, yeah.
is the interpretation of what Colorado is.
Yeah, and that's true. But also from a musical standpoint,
Well,
I
we
think
have 303.
From a musical standpoint,
people think about.
South Park is still the biggest thing.
But they
that's
make
ever
fun
happened.
of fish heads, right?
Yeah, they make fun of all those things.
everybody.
But like
Yeah,
even musically,
But
like,
I'm just saying that isn't
their
that
musicals sell more than any album that has
Oh.
ever been dropped by any musician who's
that
here.
might be the
the
case.
narrative that you know is from South Park. It really is the representation.
I
of
think
what-
though people from the outside, if they say Colorado music, they're thinking a lot of times jam bands. They're thinking bluegrass. They're thinking
yeah.
there's because there is tons of that, and that's maybe what our that's why I think I like and our
Them's is the tradition.
our radio show is therefore I like to be playing all this stuff to be like, listen, look at this like metal, listen to this punk, listen to this hip hop, all these other crazy things that are in our scene.
Just toss it. We ain't gentlemen.
Throw it.
Yeah, throw it at me.
And then we have a fucking good scene on all of these different fronts too, man. I think
The
that's something
hardcore
underappreciated.
scene, definitely the harder metal scenes and shit like that is really big out here. There's a huge goth scene
Let's
out
not
here.
forget that the Flowbots come from Denver, fucking Colorado.
The
I'm always like,
Flowbots kind of defy, a genre.
still on that
specific-
Flowbots
Flowbots
kick,
are
Rob.
fucking crazy.
Not
He
back
has
on
carried
it.
that over.
Still
from
on
20
it.
He has carried that over from 2024, definitely.
Hell yeah. If you don't know who the Flowbots are, check it out, people. Check it out. They are one of our gems. We have a lot of gems, but I'd like to throw that one out there.
So Texas was shite. You decided I got to get somewhere. Where were some of the other places they were looking at?
So I was looking at New York, but everyone that ever visited or was from there told me not to go.
It's
So,
expensive and it's
for different reasons.
yeah.
And then like there was Washington, there was California, there was like a few other places, but definitely
Did
wanted
Portland
to
come
get
up in the
out.
mix? Portland,
Yeah.
Seattle,
Yeah, not Seattle, but
Portland.
What was this mix?
Thought about going a little bit all over, but decided on Colorado because it was like the mountains seemed nice.
Do you use the mountains? Meaning, do you get up there, hike, or do any of that stuff?
I have every once in a while,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it's a really nice scenic route, and I just find it comforting. You go out on a trail, you can just chill out.
And were you planning this by yourself, or you're just thinking like, oh, I might know somebody in Portland, or I might know somebody there or there?
No, it was just getting out.
You had to reestablish your whole life, essentially.
My first home was a 94 Corsica out here.
I used to have a Chevy Corsica about the same goddamn year, man. God, I hated that car.
Was it teal?
So you just drove out here and were like, let's see what's up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Made it a 12, or what is it, 16 hours from Texas to Colorado or something about that. And then made it a whole trip, like,
Where you were at, 18 maybe?
Huh?
I said from East Texas, maybe closer to 18.
Probably. I mean, we made it a whole, like, 2-week thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it was just a lot of fun. We went to the Cadillac Ranch, did Pikes Peak, went up the Garden of the Gods.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
That was really
I love
nice.
gods.
That was.
The Garden of the Gods is cool, man.
I love all the guns.
It's fun to philosophize.
Never been to a garden.
Again, for
I
podcast
was near
listeners,
it
Garden of
at
the
some
Gods
point.
is a place where there's fun red rocks and interesting formations that are in the foothills.
Now, what most people don't know is aliens built all of those back when we were a formal civil society, like a million years ago. We were high tech.
They buried it.
Yeah, well, Andrew knows. He knows. He has firsthand knowledge of this.
Yes. I have the butt probes to prove it. Send you pictures. You add us
Yeah.
on Twitter and Kind of Vague Radio, Kind of Vague podcast. I'll at you those pictures on Twitter
Oh man.
because they won't get taken down. He took off all censorship and everything, like nothing. You can just literally. We'll be spamming dick pics next week.
Oh man.
Don't forget to clean up.
Not our own. We're just gonna
God forbid.
Google source dick pics and then we'll repost.
Yeah. Milk Burl.
But we're gonna make a really classy tattoo that we put like on the shaft somewhere, like really well placed though, so it
Man.
looks real.
Couldn't even imagine.
And it's just a bunch of. We could do a whole like dinner table book where it's just a bunch of
Just get an elephant.
a
Just
bunch of
right
dicks
here.
with a kind of a tattoo on them, and we sell that.
Pick a trunk, any trunk.
Literally, we'll call it that.
All right.
Pick a trunk, any trunk. That's the name of the book. All dicks. Pick a trunk, any trunk.
It's Pika Trunk.
Pick a trunk.
It's in the back. Yeah, we do.
It's
have
a
Pika
lesser
trunks.
known Pokemon.
The Pika trunk. Really big in the bondage scene in Japan.
Yeah.
Pika trunk. Really, really big.
They don't
It's
have. They don't.
terrible.
United States audience isn't ready for that one.
We're not ready for it.
It's
Yeah,
huge,
we're not
but it's
gonna
huge
take
in Japan. Okay, so by my count, you have one more song for us. Is that about right? Or
Yeah.
okay, let's get to it. One other thing, though, before you play this last one, because I see our poster right here, or flag, I should say.
Anthem.
Yeah, you're part of this here band, aren't you? Now, Pine Tree Janitorial Service.
Tell us what the fuck got up your ass, and you're like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, what makes you? Yeah, good question.
So, met Andrew through work and got in touch with
Target.
Yeah, at Target, and I got in touch with Gary Johnson,
Yeah.
who is also a novelist. Like he's got
Shout out, A More
books
Perfect Union, available on kindofvaguerecords.com.
Big plug.
And his son, Will, plays locally here in Colorado as well. I got involved with Circles We Draw and started doing show work, and like running the merch stand, taking videos, trying to
That's
help
right,
it along.
you did do that. Thank you for
Like-
that.
Yes, he actually was one of our first fucking table guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's
I wish
been
we
a great
could have
experience.
took you on tour.
I really wish I could have gone too, but there was no way.
Sarah was good. She was alright at the table.
Yeah. You gotta have. It does bring up the point though. If you do, you gotta have some shit to sell. Otherwise, what are you doing? And you gotta have somebody there to man it. You can't. The idea is like a lot of bands are like, oh, we'll just do it. We'll play the show and then we'll walk over to the merch table. But no, you gotta have someone there selling it while you're playing, selling it
Right.
before, keeping it an even keel. Yeah.
Because, like, whatever, like, even if you're being business professional or if you're being personable, you have to, like, go out there and, like, talk and get your name out there, be able to socialize. You know?
Right.
And it's, that's a big consequence to, like, how a band progresses or how an individual artist progresses. Like,
It's true.
You just have to get out there and do it.
The music industry is not really unlike all the industries, which is like networking is fucking key. Because like who you know is who you know. Meaning, like if you don't know anyone, if they have an opportunity, they're not going to be able to think of you because they don't even fucking know you, right? So you have to at least be known, and then people have an opportunity, they might fucking think of you.
This is kind of where I think Circles needs to change its idea. Like I want Queso there at the table at all times in case nobody's there, but like
I'll be
40%
there.
of Circles' time at that show should be spent at that table.
We could.
We're talking to people. We're yelling them out. Like we're trying to get people interested,
Right.
especially before we play.
Right. If we're going to just be sitting around hanging out anyway, why not there? It's
Make that the hangout.
yeah. Why
Bring
not
people
fucking
there. Get drinks going. Get shots at. Like make our table the fucking hangout of the whatever. You don't even buy anything. Just come here.
You never
know
know.
that we're here, and then we're like, hey, we got to go play. We go up on stage. There's more of a crowd. More people already know who we are.
Right.
After that, we come back. There's this party going on at the table of the people who just played. Like
But
that's good non.
I was gonna say you never know where
advertising.
like where your community
Right.
comes together.
Yes, and we should bring
And might as well
random
have,
recreations to cover all
wherever your
classes.
community comes together, have sellable merch within like an arm's reach. I mean,
like,
it's not that we're fucking.
Here's everything.
We're
Go
not
for
money
it.
grubbing, but keep any of these enterprises
It's
afloat. You
changing-
gotta fucking bring in some scratch.
Well,
you know?
I feel like kind of vague records and radio is trying to do a little something different. We're in a transition where old media and new media don't quite match up in the right blockings, and we're trying to be that middle blockings. And I think that goes with the production part because that's really what I consider the merch table. As technically a section of kind of big productions. Like
Yeah.
this is a production that we have to put on.
Well, and we're
a
gonna-
face for us. To be honest, we should have the Kind of Vague Records on the
Right.
front.
We're gonna have Kind of Vague Records as a brand, and then we could
Circles
sell.
We Draw on the back.
And we could sell other the extended things. Like, for example, we could sell a More Perfect Union.
Yes, we can have books there. We have
Right.
Kind of Vague shirts.
Sure.
We have, and then whatever band we're playing, and then the mixed merchandise in between.
All right.
I've
well,
been really interested to read A More Perfect Union.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll. I could loan you my personal copy, but maybe you should talk to Gary.
Let's buy you a copy, yeah?
Yeah, we'll
so.
buy you a copy. So I guess before you go move on to the song and stuff, going back to Pine Tree, has that been you enjoy that decision? Has it been working out? Do you like? I guess you're on the spot. See, I'm in the band.
I don't mind you putting me on the spot. No, I've enjoyed it
Asking
immensely.
his journalist.
Yeah,
friend.
you know. Anyway, if you were
It's-
at an employer, they sit you down sometimes. And say, hey, how are things here?
Rate us.
Yeah. How are things here?
It's been great. I'm not gonna lie. It's been great. It's been
Toe the
fun.
line. It's all right.
Yeah. Right.
Like, what was it? Pine Tree had their practice last week, or
Week before.
and
Yeah.
then, the week before, because
I was
Andrew has recovered.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
I am,
good.
I'm feeling
Good for you.
Saturday, I felt much better.
But I've had nothing but fun.
That's great, man. It's been excellent having you there.
You got me outside of my normal writing.
Yes, I guess this is stepping out of the journalist aspect of it, but as a band member with you in the band, I don't know. So when I approached anybody about this project, the always thought is like, what are you gonna bring in that complements what goes on? And to me, the overall sound is more important than whatever, if we need 50 people to do it, let's do it. We can do it with 3, then fuck it, we'll do it with 3.
We've done it with
It's
3.
got to fill out, and always adding somebody, you're wondering what's going to happen when I add them, because they're going to bring what they do too. They'll, even the best people who just do what you want, they'll always bring a little what they want too.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And you have to have that.
You do
That's
that.
kind of the exchange.
I like you. We've
need it.
We've literally talked about this in rehearsals, right? You bring a metal of that genre in to some of these choruses that I'm more crunchy tone or something like that.
And it's
then
a really good
I go,
compliment.
yes, that metal really makes it feel full. And I do want to say, I especially after playing with you these last few months or whatever, it's like I don't think I could go back to doing Pine Tree as just a 3-piece. I'd be like, it's going to sound so much more hollow. And
Right.
Yeah, I guess the ending of my thesis was that as well. It's like, it sounds better like this. It sounds better.
it sounds like I want it to sound. Like, for example...
You do your homework really well.
Yeah.
You know the track itself. And then we're able to still kind of play with, where we're at in the songs. And I don't know, I commend you. It's been really, really nice.
Well, definitely appreciate it.
We had voted the last rehearsal that we had together that
you were MVP
you were
because
the
I
MVP of
forgot
the section.
everything and you reminded me.
Everybody else was rusty. He is the one that actually kept us on.
Right.
And I was like, yes, cool. That's
Yeah.
perfect. That's...
But also, we're finally sounding live like I want to... we have the grunge dynamics in a lot of these songs because that's what, it's going for. But what I mean by that is, though, when when it's down, that's fine. It could be just me, right? And sometimes we even have you just rest. Mm-hmm. But then when it needs to kick into that fucking, high octane chorus or whatever that thing is, I've never found it satisfactory to just step on a pedal and I'm there, And then when you're there and we both step on a pedal and it goes from there to there, I'm like, that's what I wanted it to sound like. That's what I needed,
It's the Power Ranger
It doesn't
effect.
seem to work with
That's
See,
sick.
in Power Rangers, every time you see one of them go up against a monster, they can never do it.
Right.
But
I
as
mean-
long as there's almost at least 2 of them, they can overpower anything.
Right.
That's what happens.
It's literally what I
us.
signed up for. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you came on board, I did use the Nirvana analogy, and I know that, live, it must be the reason why Pat Smear was in the band, right?
Yeah.
Kurt was probably feeling this exact thing. Like, I know I step on a pedal to try to elevate it, but it's just not enough. Can we get another dude like that? The Foo Fighters used to get, like, it's like, duh. Like, when you know the sound, and, like, that's why these people use 2 guitars because it fucking works.
We track 8 of them, so it's like it's got to be at least one more.
It's like Anyway, so I love
they're
having you
a
on
little
board,
bit
man.
about circles.
Yeah.
Maybe we might get a guitar player. But,
Yes, I'm not saying that no to that, but also there's an alternative is keys can fill the same
I agree.
void.
And we have tried twice with keys.
Yeah, well, you
We
never
struck
know.
out twice with keys. Not that it didn't sound good with keys at all, and I loved
Right.
both iterations with keys.
Yeah.
But keys players are harder to replace. Like a guitar
Sorta
player, I
true.
can find a guitar player. A good keys player, there's not a lot of good keys players.
Yeah.
And to
I
be
have a
honest,
keyboard and I don't ever use it.
At least 7 out of 10 of the guitar players you meet out there are going to be pretty solid for what you want. Like, seriously. Denver kind of has that kind of quota, I would say.
And, when it comes to circles, I was telling you this earlier, I was thinking of getting a small keyboard, and I feel like there's
We could
places where I
forego
could
like that.
supplement. It's not like I won't be playing bass.
Get a
I'll just be
keytar.
adding...
Just get one
Guitar, yeah. And then sometimes, you could just use the patches. Anyway, I think I can make it both work. I think I can make it all work. Okay. I
With
think with
that
all of
idea-
that.
Yeah, with that idea, actually, we're interested to start that before we added something in.
And also, going back to Lights, Pure Shadows, we talked about it. We are totally interested in doing a nice production of maybe we talked about maybe just knocking out a single, like a single and a B-side or something like that. And
Yeah.
like, that's what I mean. Bass, guitars over drums, drum kit,
Right. The
harmonies,
full,
the
full workup,
the full workup.
tempo drums, and then build up.
Yeah,
that,
we'll go into the
but-
ghost house. We'll do it right.
And I think it would be really cool to do The Last Goodbye.
That was the
as-
first song we started with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
As the full version, like there is a version that has the full band on my SoundCloud, but it's not. It doesn't do its justice. Like
Right.
there's a better vision in mind, and like that was just a crusty little home demo.
Home demo?
like, looking to expand,
Dude,
And
I exactly. I was in the, just going back to talking about the ghost house recording, doing good recording. I was in the same boat. Is that like no matter what I did, I couldn't quite do a good home recording because there's a lot to it. There's more to it than you might think. Even though the DAW systems are phenomenal, just getting the right mic and acoustics and.
Mike is the best.
And especially if you have drums.
Room
Drums are a
size
whole
is a big
thing.
part.
Drums are a huge thing.
I wish I had a live kit.
Yeah. But my whole point was that I
There
never
is a live kit right
never
here.
could make that happen and never was satisfied until
We can definitely do that.
until I worked with Rich at the Ghost House, and then it all came together. So I'm hoping that maybe
How long have you been playing drums?
Same experience.
I've been playing drums for about 5 years.
Hey, I'm really surprised because I listened to those tracks and you're like, oh no, I did all those drums, and it was like, those drums on that track there? He's like, yeah. I was like, God damn.
Like I'm not.
Have you ever tried to be the drummer of a band as opposed to like?
I would love to. I really would, but no, it hasn't come up.
Well, maybe there's times for it to come up. If we were to do tracking, by the way, what order would you go in? Would you throw down like a scratch guitar and then start doing the drums and the bass, or?
So there's always like you have to build the idea of the song itself, but then whenever you go to record the drums, on a metronome.
Yeah,
Always
okay.
on a metronome. And so you record the drums on metronome, and then from there I do like
You can record the drums without hearing the rest of the chord progression. You just kind of keep it in your head. Wow, very
and
good.
then I add the guitar after that, and then I add harmony or second or whatever else needs to come after that. But you build from the drum track with an accurate metronome,
Right.
And it just builds up from there. Like
That impresses me.
the
just to be
end
able to do
products
that.
have never been what I hoped they would be, but they are.
I think that's more of a question of engineering.
That's
why
how
we're
I did
talking
it.
about this, But yeah, that's some Dave Grohl shit. Honestly, to be able to, I'm always impressed with people that can like, oh yeah, I could play the song through on the drums. I don't need anybody to accompany me or anything. I know the song that well. I think that's really
I
impressive.
don't write
Doug
anything down
DeRue,
either.
did that
Everything
shit.
is done by memory.
Wow.
Guy Doug DeRue, we used for a short-lived project I was involved in called Ruby Sky. We sent him like the guitar demo, and then he came into the studio and he was just like, "What's the tempo?" And we're like, "I don't know." So we found the fucking BPM we could live with, and then we're like, "Okay, you want me to cue up the track?" And he's like, "No." And he just counts himself in. We hit record, he counts himself in, and then just fucking does it.
That's impressive, man. Impressive.
I was like, how? I don't understand how he just did
Right, because a lot of even really good drummers I know will be like, at least play along with me so that I could, make sure I'm hitting the changes at the right time, et cetera, et cetera.
No, yeah, he just took the metronome and was like, I was
It,
dumbfounded by it. He was just like, nah.
it is a little weird for
do
that
this, I gotta
record
go
because
do
a
that.
lot of it is about feel.
Yeah, he was.
Just-
he was pretty
you
good.
say always to a metronome. We have done plenty of recordings to metronome, but with Pine Tree, I think some of the good stuff that we really got in this album, we did sans metronome. The song Rambunctious.
Yeah.
We just fucking went
Just
for it.
went with it, and like I noticed that in the track, and I was able to adapt to it, and it just feels.
Yeah, I'm sure the
so
tempo
much.
fluctuates. I mean, it's got to, but I mean, I think that's part of the charm of it.
Yeah, whenever I first joined, what was it? You told me you can't play the same song twice the same way, and like just go with it. Every song has to be played. It's the same song, but it's different. Like, every time.
Okay, I'll go with that. I mean, I'm sometimes pretty baked, so I don't remember exactly everything I said, but I'll go
really
along with
baked.
it.
It was right at the
Dead philosophy, right?
It
It's
was
just
my
like, we're gonna
first
play,
couple of
man.
days, and you were like, interviewing me as a guitarist, but like it was my first couple of days,
yeah.
and you're like, yeah, you can't play it the same way every time, all the time.
That's sort of true. I guess I meant by that is you have to listen and react.
As the second guitar player, absolutely, that's because it's different for like the first. Like I can maybe have a change up to a riff. Like I do it 4 times, I do it twice, and then twice a little different, same riff, and then go into a. I can't have too much variance because the audience really wants that main part to match pretty goddamn well. Even in vocal lines, I start to realize that it's like some of the better songs that are favored are songs that have a vocal line that's a little similar. I could do a different one every fucking time if I wanted to. And it doesn't work so well that way. If you can get a melody and then just play 1 or 2 changes off a melody,
It's
that
like
works better.
When you're seeing a post-hardcore band live and they scream instead of sing, and it's just like whatever. Like you changed it a little bit, it's okay.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes it just needs that. You go from 6 to
It's like
scream,
okay,
scream,
that was
scream.
sick. That was sick this one
As long
time.
as there's a change-up idea to it, yeah.
Yeah, and a really good band can react in the moment. Like, meaning somebody could just be feeling something. Like I was feeling a band that comes to mind would be The Doors, right? They
Yeah.
would just watch Jim Morrison and react a lot, right?
You're like, what
and I
the
saw some
fuck
old
is
things,
this guy
but it's
doing?
because that lets Jim just be free and go off. Sometimes go completely off the rails, but whatever. He was a very free artist, and just with the knowledge that whatever I do, my band's going to react appropriately. I don't have to think about that.
I think they're a great example, actually, because Manzarek, right, the keyboard player,
Yeah.
Manzarek, he holds down that bass line, and it turns their only guitar player to actually guitar player 2.
Yeah, Robbie Krieger.
Because now he's not having to hold down a rhythm.
He's a noodler.
He makes what is going on in that thing.
It's like
makes
watching
sense. And that's kind of
Monkey
your
and
role in
Korn.
this.
I just think that, and then
Korn's basis. Like
And then,
it's
to
like
be honest,
watching him
your
be like, how'd
real
you
big
do
value to me is that you can step into those noodle spaces, but then when we need you to just
Slam
hold
some
down,
guitars,
slam down the rhythm on this
Right.
like hard, and let him noodle over like. You switch over effortlessly. I thought that's what with the last rehearsal we had. I was like, you switched over to that fucking idea pretty effortlessly.
Yeah.
And in fact, me and Pat found that groove with you easy. And it's hard for us to go for like one guitar player and the other guitar player, everybody sometimes has a different swing to a rhythm, but you know the rhythms already so well.
I think
we got a really good fucking downstroke.
And we often play the same stuff, so it's not like we're that, we're not a jam band. We're not just taking off in different directions like Fish would or whatever. But that said, we can't be dogmatic because there might be something that, for example, I don't know, we want to extend this part longer because of something that's happening in the crowd, or I want to do the chorus again because it's fucking killer and everyone's into it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be able. You just gotta be able to be there and be like, this performance is a little different. This is going a little different. We're gonna do something different all the time. And if you know the songs well and you know the musicians you're playing with well, I think you can work. You can just kind of do it.
Right. You get a feel for the room, and you know, like people just. Sometimes they just connect for the best.
I was watching, going back to the Doors, one of the reasons it came back, I was watching like Doors 68, I think was the video. And God, what an amazing band. I mean, they're an amazing band on a lot of levels. But for a live thing of that idea of listening and reacting, and no show's ever going to be, two shows are going to be the same, even though they're mostly the same songs and mostly the same arrangements. But there's changes every time.
Like rehearsal and adamancy, those are really focal to playing, right? But like you just gotta let go and really just be in your atmosphere in that moment, and just like that's how it feels most of the times. Like you're sitting there jamming, you're playing up on a stage. It feels like you're living. It's great.
And I guess that's probably what I meant more, is like you can't be like, especially at that point in time, you can't be like, oh no, the song goes this way. Like, that might be well and good, but we're here, we're now.
Right.
You better make it work for the here and now, not for what it should have been.
Right. Like, I have some song sets, but I'm all for creative control. You know, like, if you have an idea, you can bring it to the table, we can work it and see how it goes. And, like, and working into Pine Tree, like, that's just, you know, it set apart my goals and got me really serious.
Yeah. Well, right on, man. Enough of that. We're happy to have you. Let's let you do the last song. I might go run to the restroom, even though I guess
get it.
No running water.
There's no running water, so we're
Toilet will
pissing
still
into
flush,
the pot.
though.
No, it won't.
You gotta go to the convenience store down the street.
Oh no.
We're pissing into a pot currently.
And we do not live well. Please send donations.
We'll let management know, I guess, on Monday. In the meantime, how about some guitar music?
Rob can have a bathroom break.
Let's do it. So what's the name of the song?
Constellations.
Constellations.
It's another oldie.
Oldie. All oldies.
It's an
Are
oldie
you
for
gonna give
me.
us one new song?
I am going to give some new songs here soon. I'm looking for better production value. So
Well, I mean live, like.
Yeah. Oh, live?
Yeah,
I did. There was In Loving Memory.
Okay.
That one is kind of older, but that was a new put together song. Like I finished it.
Yeah, revised.
That one's definitely celebrating someone special. And then I have a few new things in the works. Like I am learning more cover songs, which whatever. I want to be able to have like a good song spin under my belt, if that makes sense. And then as far as originals, I'm shifting mostly towards the metal scene.
All right.
Like it's gonna be really heavy, really screamy, and like I don't know how anyone will like it, because some people just don't like metal, and that doesn't make sense to me. But
I kind of agree. I don't know. Give me a melody over anything. You start screaming, like it better have a I think what I like is like the first 80 seconds of metal songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first 80 seconds, absolutely. When you just loop back around to the first 80 seconds again, for 9 more minutes, you lost me 80, minutes ago.
I mean, it's not for everybody, but there is like a craft with like how you play through even a metalcore riff or a grunge riff or whatever. Like you put thought into it, and it'll probably go over better.
Yeah,
that's true.
The musicianship has always been, something I found very admiring. Though I mean, some of the riffs and some of the cadences and some of the arrangements of themselves are like fucking wow.
Right.
But
In some way, it kind of adds for a little more creative control than it is like being in a concert band or
Yeah.
a methodical like performance.
yeah, because
band.
literally you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
There are no.
There's
That's too hard for us or anything like that. You're like, there's no
Yeah.
too hard. We're trying to reinvent too hard right now.
you can come up with a
Son of
sound
a bitch.
and do so much more.
No worries, man.
they lost us.
No, this particular thing, I got to clear out some. Anyway, don't worry about it. We still got the camera going on UK, so why don't you give us? It's you didn't play the last song. That would have been way too fast. I wasn't
No.
in the bathroom that long. God damn it.
No.
I haven't played it.
We were getting to him playing.
We were
to it.
talking.
For a second,
Okay.
I forgot we were even doing
Okay.
anything, and then I realized, oh, we're still on a podcast.
Let's
aren't
do
we?
the last song, and then we'll call it at least a podcast day, shall we?
We'll call it the Paul Day. Yeah.
Maybe even get some lunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say lunch is probably next.
All
I
right.
could go for food, but food is never unnecessary. Yeah, this last one is called Constellations, and it's supposed to be uplifting.
She woke up the morning hereafter with a smile on her face, and the brightest stars were shining in her eyes. She came back from Oklahoma, the sweetest aroma that I'd been missing all week. And I'm so glad she's back, because now I can nibble her ear again and tickle her cheek. No, I don't want to step down from this cloud. I wanna stay up with you all night. No, I don't want to step down from this cloud. I wanna stay up with you all night, count the constellations. I long for you, whether we're hours apart, a second so bright. And I have a feeling, a confident feeling that we are meant to be. And you prove me right every day. There's no worry to delay us, and no doubt to betray our happiness. True love is bliss. No, I don't want to step down from this cloud. I wanna stay up with you all night. No, I don't want to step down from this cloud that we found. I wanna stay up with you all night and count the constellations.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Queso.
Did you give us a history of that song at all?
I did not.
I know you said it's a reworked older.
It is one that's older that I reworked, yeah, but I mean, without scraping, the crust off the sides.
That's what we're looking to do.
Oh, that's what you looked for? Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, the lyrics are very intimate. I think it's a really great ballad, to be honest. Like, it is kind of fucking perfect. The
I appreciate
arrangement's
it.
on point. The melody is on point. I think the theme is like, it works so perfectly. I just, is this Is this more of like a concept of idea of love or a breakup or?
Real events.
Okay, so you're
Yeah,
really just writing in from.
It was. There was one person in my life we were talking about getting married and starting a family.
Wow.
Like, and that's who it was dedicated to, and after a while, you know, like separation and everything, and that was the one that got me. It was a real hard deal to overcome, but I'm good now. Like, obviously, these are old songs. I've come to terms. I'm living my best life. Everything's good. But it was intimate and personal. Like, that was about a real person, real event.
I really like the song. My one suggestion is that you take whatever their name was and you make that the name of the song, because it completes the idea for the listener and it directs the message in such a perfect way. I mean, you can.
Or you
to
could
be honest,
you could do the
you
Taylor Swift thing and just make up another name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
No,
yeah, you can
no,
make up another.
I have
name for it, but I think
I have a recording of it. The very thing that you're talking about. I have a recording of a song that fits that descriptor.
Yeah,
like it's called "Hey Baby," and like I said, it was back in the day. It doesn't affect me now, but like it was real, like a personal, emotive. It was a hard time.
That's
Well,
what
and
people connect to.
And it's
Like,
really cool that you're able
real.
to encapsulate that in a song, right?
Really,
you
really
moved
fucking
on
well.
in your life.
It
but
was
yet-
my therapy all along, you know.
Wait, but also, and now you have this song, and this song can always remind you of that without, you know, necessarily putting you back in that state or making you be there anymore. It's just archival memory.
Right. It's
Yeah.
just
Heartless
it's like singing out your diary thoughts, I guess.
Never kept a diary. I am
Or a
encouraging my son
journal.
to keep one though.
Yeah.
He hates it.
But it's like work. What? I'm living. Now I have to do work.
Yes. I think he's gonna be a really good writer someday, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, my dad made me keep a diary, and then I started coming up with crazier and crazier stories,
Oh, that-
and all of a sudden I'm a fucking great writer now."
Remember, again, not to always bring it back to David Lynch, but it's appropriate in this time, since he's recently deceased. As a child, his mother would not let him have coloring books, would not let him be bound by the lines that were in these books. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's what produces a David Lynch or not, but it certainly maybe contributed. If he wanted to be creative, he was allowed to be creative, but not with a prescribed coloring book. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Things that make you think are worth thinking about.
Yeah.
I think that's the idea: is get your brain to work in a different way. I know he's really good with words and he tells stories, and he just never found a medium to kind of put those things together.
True.
Like that.
And
So
like anything else, practice.
you start on a notebook, you decide you want to start typing it out instead, like, you know, whatever. Find your medium, but like you got to be able to know that you can take these ideas and make them real.
And all the really good writers, everyone from like Stephen King to Eminem, you know why they're really good? They
Right.
do it
All
a
the
lot.
time.
All
Dude,
the
did y'all
fucking
see
time.
that?
Sits there and writes. We're like, no,
Right,
no, no.
right.
I'm not
right.
going to use any of this.
Well-
Maybe 5%. But like, I need to keep writing. That's
right.
the idea.
You say Eminem. Did you see that recent video where Roseanne Barr and Tom McDonald? Roseanne Barr shitted it on Eminem. She's about to get her upcomings.
Oh my God.
She tried to shit on Eminem.
Yeah, she said, "Fuck Eminem, I'm Roseanne."
Okay, that's some G shit. Okay.
Yeah, she's Roseanne.
I don't think so. She
People-
sucks.
She is Roseanne.
People
I mean,
expect wacky shit from her at this
I
point.
loved that show. I hated her as the governor,
Yeah.
trying to be a governor of California, but I loved Roseanne. I thought a lot of her stand-up was hilarious.
She's
I like John Goodman a lot. I say that because I feel like he's one of the huge reasons why that show was as good as it was.
all of them. Like I don't think you could have any of them not be as good as they were. Well,
Yeah.
I guess the boy. He didn't do much.
yeah, forget him.
He really didn't do much as a character. And it
But
was
the
very-
is it Darcy was the
yeah.
yeah
She sold.
yeah
Her sister, whoever that lady.
yeah the blonder girl
Yeah.
right yeah
Becky?
Becky no is that the
No.
That was the sister.
The aunt.
The aunt.
Yeah, the aunt.
This is called Remembering
She
the
was-
Characters of Roseanne.
She was really.
We'll get there eventually. That's the
Why
whole
are we doing
podcast.
this
Push storylines along. But he did. He stood as this kind of like this wall of reason throughout a lot of the episodes, and really
Yeah.
the feel of the show. You can bounce the craziest fucking things off of Roseanne because they had that strong John Goodman board.
I'll go out, I want to go out there and say he is one of those actors that you
He's
just
a goofy motherfucker, but he played
I
that
like
stern dad.
I
really
like
well.
everything he's fucking done. You tell me John Goodman's
yeah.
in a thing, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna probably
Yeah,
be
I gotta
into
watch
it.
it.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
I watch anything
He's a
Robin
fuck-
Williams has ever done. I love
Yep.
Robin Williams.
Robin-
Everything he's ever decided to do is good.
Yeah. I still haven't watched World According to Garp. That's on my list, my short list.
Garp's good.
It's one of my final ones.
I just had Sarah watch Death of Smoochie.
Death of
Death
Smoochie
of Smoochie.
with fucking Ed Norton.
Yes.
Whoa, that's
And
a
she was like, I've never seen this Robin Williams movie. And then they continued to like,
it's wacky.
Ed Norton is in the movie with
Ed Norton
me?
is
What?
amazing in that fucking movie, dude.
Oh my god, I was
He is
like, yes.
hilarious.
What was
She's
that
like,
one
I've
movie
never
where he
seen
played
these two
the?
people
Where
in
he
a
Do you know
played
the movie we're talking
alien?
about where they're playing like Smoochie, like kind of like the big Barney, kind of like Barney but different.
Yeah, so it's a movie about like playing TV child characters, and like a Robin Williams character is this kind of iconic child character guy on TV.
Somewhat August Rush.
Something happens where he's like he gets the media and everybody comes against him. The station has to fire him and find a new number one, and they go with this dude Smoochie.
So
who is
wide-eyed,
who is
idealistic.
He is like the indie fucking child kids fucking showman who has this whole philosophy about teaching kids great, and like it reminded me of like major label bands and then indie bands who have these philosophies and the ideas, and so he makes it to the mainstream, and it's kind of the story's kind of half between his fight against the mainstream to kind of make him more mainstream. He's like, no, it's fucking tofu. I told you we can't do animals. We don't kill people here. And then Robin Williams' jealousy that this guy took his time spot, and he's wanting to come back from that.
It's a lot like the movie The Substance, but in a way different context.
Clearly, at some point,
There's a lot
they
going
were all
on.
drinking and or smoking a whole lot, and like it turns kind of weird. But I love the movie. Both performances are fucking great. Absolutely great.
Yeah. Shout out Robin Williams. Okay, I can see you got your smoke. You want to go out and have a cig. We got to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Taco style. I'm hungry.
Yeah, say goodbye to everybody, and then we'll get some
everybody.
lunch, huh?
Well, definitely
thank you
thanks for having
listening.
me.
Yeah, this was Kind of Vague Radio podcast. You can listen to the Kind of Vague Radio show every night, 9 to 10.
Yeah, 9
it
to
goes
10.
forward in time, not backwards. 9 to 10 every night on K4CO app. You just put that into your fucking app search, and it'll come up for you. It comes like a fat man in Thailand.
I like this idea of maybe we should precede the entire hour of the show that we play with the show, but backwards. And then it's forward. All right. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
It's been fun. Thank you, Queso.